I talked about some new updates here, and Karen, since the verdict came out, there's now an editor's note on Amber Heard's 2018 op-ed post in the online version in the Washington Post, and it now reads, quote, "In 2019, Johnny Depp sued Amber Heard for defamation arising out of this 2018 op-ed. On June 1st, 2022, following a trial in Fairfax County, Virginia Circuit Court, a jury found Heard liable on 3 counts for the following statements, which Depp claimed were false and defamatory. 1, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. 2, then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. And 3, I had the rare vantage point of seeing in real time how institutions protect men accused of abuse." Now, the jury separately found that Depp, through his lawyer Adam Waldman, defamed Heard in 1 of 3 counts in her countersuit. That is now the editor's note put in by the Washington Post. If you look at it online, is that the right decision there, Karen? What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, they're a news organization, right? And they have to report the most recent information, the true information, which came from the jury. So I think that.
But they didn't take it down. They could have taken the article down. They didn't.
That's true. But I mean, I think it increases their readership, right? Now everybody's curious about what was this article about anyway. So I think that it was a strategic point on their part. It was a great strategy to keep it up, so that it just increases the conversation and increases their readership. So I think it was more from a business perspective to keep it up than to take it down.
Do you think there's any room to criticize the Washington Post here, or is the right thing Casilla to do? Because, you know, this is now an important article in defamation law, and also this case. I think people will go back, maybe read it in its entirety, and you shouldn't scrap it. So just because there were statements in there that went against the law, you know, that were illegal, you don't just scrap it, right? It's important to still have it up there.
Well, with the Washington Post is a very credible source, similar to the New York Times. They're known for doing their due diligence. In this case, it's very hard to investigate domestic violence because there's usually no witnesses, evidence, or surveillance. So I do believe that they did their due diligence when drafted this article. However, they had no way of knowing beyond taking the statements of Amber Heard. And we don't know whether or not they reached out to Johnny Depp's team or Johnny Depp to get a statement from him to confirm what they were drafting in this article. So again, this is not a salacious magazine where they'll just write an article without doing research or for entertainment purposes. So they took Amber Heard's word and whatever evidence that she presented to to the Washington Post. So I do believe that they did their due diligence, and as my colleague stated, keep it up there because it's already been printed, it's already out there, and I'm glad that they put that editor's note to show that a jury determined that those allegations were in fact defamatory.
We talked about the fallout from this verdict. We're seeing it already. There's so much more to discuss, including Anjanette Levy's interview with the courtroom stenographer, which has already gotten 1 million views on YouTube. A lot of people have thoughts and comments on this. Was she biased? Why was she hanging out with Johnny Depp after closing arguments? We'll talk about it. But when we come back, we're actually going to switch gears and focus a little bit more on the Ryan Duke case. Stay with us.